went there. Let me tell you something about God that maybe you did not know. That God, brother preachers, is so mysterious until he's terrifying, but yet he's so mysterious until he's fascinating both at the same time. The Bible says that Jesus was in the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. Well, I looked at that, for I discovered when I kept reading the Bible, I said, how is it that Satan would be stupid enough, crazy and foolish enough to tempt the Lord? Well, that's because he never read John's rate. Because John 1:13 says, for God cannot be tempted with evil, with evil, neither be tempted by man. So you must understand that God, you have to understand this, that the deity of Jesus cannot be tempted. I think I brought the wrong sermon, Sister Smith, but I'm going to preach this thing anyway. Here it is. It cannot be tempted. It is true. Jesus also had a human nature, but he did not have a sin nature. I said, can I say that again? Let me back it up one more time. I said, Jesus had a human nature, but he did not have a sin nature. How do you know that? I'm glad you asked. Because the reason why I know this, that he did not have a sin nature, is because of where he got his blood from. My good friend, Dr. Melvin Wade, pastors in the great city of Los Angeles, California, he says it like this, that we have told a lie for so long until we believe it. That old cliche that they says, mama's baby, but daddy's made. Y'all heard it before, haven't you? Well, you have to understand. You see, it's always daddy's baby. You may not know who the daddy is. Look at somebody say, ouch. They may not know who the daddy is, but it's always daddy's. Y'all better hear me if you can. Because watch this. This is how I know it. Because the blood that runs through the arteries and the veins of the baby come from the daddy. Talk, Smith, I thought you'd do it. So God, listen to this. You have to understand. So you have to understand this. That God got the jump. God got the jump on mankind. That's why, I watch this, he could use Mary, but he couldn't use Joseph. He was able to use Mary because Mary, she had never been touched by man, but he couldn't use Joseph because there was some sin on him. Y'all gonna help me? Yeah. So what happened? Because that there needed to be some blood flowing through the veins of Jesus that was not sinful. Because you do know that sin is unattractive to Jesus. He was still tempted, even though he hates sin, he was still tempted of the devil. At the time of our text, Mark says that Jesus was driven. It's in the Bible, if you ain't tell it, I promise you, it's in there. The text says that he was driven into the wilderness and he was there for 40 days. Some of you can't stand in a windstorm for 5 minutes and look at Jesus. He's in the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. According to the Jewish number, the number 40 is listed as a whole number. Well, when I look at it in the Bible, there were 4 men who fasted 40 days. Maybe you don't know who they are, so I'll be less than a preacher if I don't tell you. The first man was Moses, second Joshua, Elijah, and then Jesus. The Bible talks about the number 40 in the days 40 days. In Noah's days, rain flooded the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. Moses meditated on Mount Sinai for 40 days. For 40 days, Moses was in the mountain after the sin of the golden calf. It took Israel 40 years to make a 40 days journey because of their disobedience. Elijah was in the wilderness for 40 days. Goliath challenged Israel for 40 days. Ezekiel laid on his right side for 40 days to symbolize the 40 years of Judah's transgression. Jonah warned Nineveh of the destruction in 40 days.